Hello. Today's video is designed to teach you how to draw a graph using Excel and graphs that we use in science. As you can see, we're going to be looking at 3 different graphs, and there'll be 3 different videos, one based on each one. The first video, this one, is going to be concentrating on drawing a column or bar graph. Now, before you can draw any type of graph in science, you need to make sure that your data is presented in a table that is clear and easy to use. So we've got an example of a table in front of us, and you can have a look at that at your level, so you can pause the video and note all the important key points about the data table. Once you've created the table, we're going to use some data to create a graph like this column graph that you see in front of us. So some characteristics of a column graph is that the columns are separate, so there's an evenly spaced between them. We've got axes, so the horizontal axis in this case is the type of balls, and the vertical axis is the measurements that we took. So the horizontal axis is what we call the independent variable. That's the variable that we changed. So we chose a golf ball, and then we chose a tennis ball, and then we chose a basketball. So they're the things we choose. The vertical axis is called the dependent variable, and that's the measurement that we took for each change that we made. So we chose a golf ball, it was bounced, and we measured the height of the golf ball. We took a tennis ball, we measured the height. So the measurement that we took as a result of the change is called the dependent variable, and that goes on the vertical axis. So what we're going to look at today is how do we create a graph like this in Excel. So we go to Excel, and there's the graph just over here as a reference, and here's the data. So we've got a heading, which we can put up here on the top, and we've got our data. Now you'll notice that we've got the types of golf ball, or types of balls, sorry, in the left-hand column of the two. So the left-hand column, or the first column, is our independent variable. That's the data we want on the horizontal axis. The second column, right, so to the right of that, is the heights. That is our dependent variable data. That's the data we want on our vertical axis. So if we have our table set up correctly so that it is in the correct order, independent variable first, dependent variable second, so horizontal axis, vertical axis, then drawing the graph is very simple. So we select the graph, including the headings. You don't have to have the headings, we can change them later, but if you've got headings, put them in. Notice as well, there is no unit in the column with the numbers. You don't write 1.5 meters. The unit, the measurement, is in the heading. You do not put units in the columns, just the numbers. Words are fine, because that's what the type of graph that we're drawing. So we select the 2 columns that we want to graph. We go to Insert, and then we choose Column. That's the first one. So you'll notice next to column there's a little drop down, and we're just going to choose the first one. Boom. Now, there's our graph. Now, it's not very neat and tiny, but it has everything we need. We can check names across the bottom, measurements up the side. So to draw a good graph, we do want proper heading. So we want to change the heading from that to what's written here. So what we do is we first of all, we select, copy all of that, and then we click on the heading, and then we paste it back into the option bar. You can type it out if you want to, or you can just copy and paste. Enter, and then it changes it. We also want to put some labels on the side of our graph. So you'll notice up here on the right of the graph there's this little plus sign. So we click on the plus sign and we choose Axis Titles. We click on that and there they are. So we click on the horizontal axis title, just so you'll see the box appear. Go to the menu option, go to the type bar and to type of ball, or again, and you hit enter and then it appears. Again, you could go to that and select and copy that if you choose. So we go to that, I'll do that this time. So we select the axis title for the vertical. All right, first of all, I should have copied that first. So I'm going to select all of that and copy it. Click on the axis title on the vertical, paste it in, enter, and there it is. Now, if you want to make it prettier, you can change the colors of your columns. It's not important, but you can if you wish. So you double click on the graph and then you click again. So I'll do that again, so from scratch. Double click on the column and then click one more time and you'll notice that just that column is selected. And then you can come across, this comes up. We're going to change the fill You're going to choose a different color down here on the right. Let's make whatever color you want. Pick a different column. I might change this one, so double click again. Notice it's the only one selected. Choose a different color. And there's your graph.